Okay, guys, good evening. Okay, so today, okay, good evening. So today we are going to start our first lesson, which is related to our basic networking. In this lesson, we will come to know the requirements of networking, why we need networking in our organization, and what are the key points we should know before entering to the internet world. Okay, because see, networking means internet, and whenever you are talking about internet related to multiple networking devices which relates to you like router, switches, firewall, right? Okay, so these are the topics what we will be covering today in this lesson. Okay, so now these are some basic points what we are going to cover in this class. Okay, like computer network. Okay, so whenever we are talking about network is related to computer network, not only the device, right? Because see, device is connected like router. You can say like okay, router is a device, switch is a device. Okay, those are networking devices, right? But whenever we are talking after device, means mainly who is working, who is communicating. See, devices are helping you to communicate, okay, from one place to another place, from one people to another people, right? But who is communicating? Human is communicating, and human is communicating with the help of computer, right? Or node, you can say. Node is what? Node is the end device like computer, laptop, your mobile, printer. These are nodes, okay? So now let's come to know about what is computer network, or you can say what is networking. So a collection of computing device that are connected in various ways in order to communicate and share the resources. So normally whenever we communicate to another people, like just take an example of WhatsApp. So whenever we communicate through WhatsApp, we share the resources, we share the informations, right? Now after WhatsApp, whenever we are talking about some other kind of communication, right? In that communication, we share resources like file, videos, right? Okay. Now if you are just think that there is no internet, there is nothing like in network. So if I want to give some files to you, if I want to share some files to you, right, from India to your country, right, and there is no any kind of network, no internet, then what you have to do? You have to come here, or maybe I have to come there to your country, and then we can share the data, right? And when internet is there, when network is there, see how simple it is. Like I want to share some files with you, just I'll just go to uh, any kind of share media or something, and I will share with you, right? Like Google Drive, or maybe like through WhatsApp or through email. It's very simple, right? So there are multiple devices or medium which helps in the communication between two different devices or host, which are known as networking device. Now see, whenever we are communicating together, right? So we are not directly connected. You know, when host is not directly connected, like this is one host and this is second host. So host and host is not directly connected, right? So between these hosts, there are multiple devices which are connected together and helping you to communicate. So those are known as networking devices. Like maybe between, like I am connected to my ISP. Okay, so before connecting to ISP, my laptop is connected to my Wi-Fi router. After my Wi-Fi router, there is another router. After that router is connected to ISP. You know, so there are multiple devices which are the medium which is helping you to communicate from one location to another location, right? Now So some networking device which is working inside the organizations, like computer is the main endpoint, printer is also there, network printer, router is very much important device when we are talking about network. Firewall is very much important device when we are talking about network and security. Switch is very much important device which is helping you to connect multiple users within the LAN. Hub not in use because hub can connect only like 8 users or 12 users, and hub can only operate up to 10 mbps speed, right? But nowadays we are using up to 1 gbps speed, so hub do not support those type of speeds. That's why hubs are not in use. Bridge, okay, bridge is also not in use. Bridge was used when bus topology was used, so they have removed hub and bridge devices, but the technology is still they are using, and those technology has been enhanced and kept in switch. So whenever we will learn about switch, we will come to know about this. So there are many and multiple devices. So will whenever you will deep dive into network and security, you will come to know there are multiple devices like IPS, IDS. Okay, Mi like MikroTik also provide multiple devices. So we'll come to know all those things slowly. Okay, now so here, whenever we are talking about computer network, so computer network is related to resource sharing. Simple. Whenever we are talking about network, so network is only related to resource sharing. So resource sharing means what type of resource sharing we are going to perform in this. So we perform like file and folder sharing. We share files, we share folder as well. We share printer in the organization. Okay, we share mails. Whenever I'm sending any mail, so that is also sharing. We whenever I'm sending any message from my phone to your phone or any kind of message, that is also sharing. Okay, application sharing. Okay, application sharing is what? Do you know about Google Doc? Okay, if you don't know, let me open and show you. Like suppose in my system, I want to use MS Office, and MS Office is not in my system. Google Doc. Okay, so whenever I want to use the MS Office kind of thing, see, so I can get MS Office here. Okay, if I want Excel, I can get Excel file here. So whatever you want in see, and you can write, you can start writing whatever you want. Okay, so those these type of applications, there are multiple application. I'm just taking example of this Google Doc. Okay, so there are many application which has been shared on internet, so you can use as per your need. Okay, now so what I was talking here, I was talking that application sharing means the Google has shared the MS Office application. So if you do not have MS Office in your system, still you can use the MS Office program or applications like Excel and PowerPoint, Word, like that. Now see, there is other options like we can share data, we can share drive, we can share devices also. So drive means you can, if you are working inside your organization and you want to share your some like C drive or D drive. Okay, so still you can share with within your network. Like if you're working in your organization, you know how to share the drives. It's very simple. You can just right click on the drive of your system, or maybe on your server, like just right click and share, and you can share with the selected users of your organization. Device sharing. Okay, device sharing is like printer. I can share printer in the organization. Okay, I can share my router as well in the organization. Like normally what we see in the router that single user is using, but I want multiple users can use the router or firewall as per their privilege, right? So you can share, you can give multiple username and password to access those router and firewalls. Okay, Now it's very simple. Why do we need network? Like maybe if you are going for interview and someone will ask, okay, why we need network? Okay, so it's very simple here. You can say that okay, network we need for basically data sharing. Okay, so whenever we are talking about data sharing, okay, so it comes with like networking is required for that one, right? Like without networking or without network, you cannot share the data from one place to another place, right? Now, hardware sharing, virtualization nowadays, okay, like AWS, Azure, what they are doing, okay, Google Cloud, they are sharing their hardware, right? Their hardware resources they are selling, okay. So those things are also coming under network. Okay, so in that you can say okay, hardware sharing, file sharing, application sharing, data and information sharing, okay, online gaming, okay, user communication, everything is a part of network. So whenever you are talking these type of broad environment or broad enterprise network, then without network you cannot talk about this type of sharing word in your organization or in your life, right? So whenever you're talking about network relates to or sharing, okay, so that those type of sharing relates to network, okay, and network relates to these points, okay. Now benefits of computer networking, like maybe you're whenever you're going for interview, they'll ask okay, uh, maybe I do not have internet or network in my organization. So if I want to implement network in my organization, what will be the benefits? Can you explain? So you can say that, see, if you are talking about network and if you will implement network in your organization, your business will grow. How your business will grow? See, whenever you are talking about multiple branch, like the eco bank or some other banks, right? So whenever they have multiple branch, right? So without networking, do you think it is possible that okay, they have multiple branch and the database is on a common server, everything is syncing, the work is very smooth, right? So of course your business will grow whenever you will have multiple branches and they all are connected together. Now resource sharing, right? So resource sharing means I have my headquarter, and in my headquarter I have a single server, and that server is my main headquarter server, and all the data is on that server, and all the branch users are connected and accessing it. Like just take an example of Google, right? So Google has like few branch, okay. It's not that Google is based in your country, right? But still Google, you are accessing your data, you are accessing your emails, okay. Now improvising, like improving your storage. Storage means like, suppose right now in my local system, in my laptop, I have one TV, but when one TV will full, what I have to do? I need to add another hard disk, or I need to add external hard disk, okay. But those external hard disk and those uh, inside inbuilt hard disk, they have some capacity limitations, right? I cannot start increasing every month, right? Maybe it is 1 TB, I can put 2 TB, no problem. But I cannot put 100 TB kind of hard drive in my system, right? But even whenever we are talking about networking, right? Whenever we are talking about cloud computing, so whenever you need a space, so whatever you pay, you can get. Like suppose right now, if you are using Google Gmail, right? So Gmail is giving you how much? 15 GB, right? Free storage. But when this 15 GB will full, what you will do? You have to buy, right? So you can buy like, okay, I want 100 GB. Okay, no problem. Pay and utilize 100 GB. Now, whenever you want, okay, I want 500 GB, pay and get it, right? But those things you cannot implement in your, local system. Uh, you can implement, but there is some limitation. Like, okay, I can put 1 TB, 2 TB, 5 TB, but I cannot put 100 TB kind of storage. But whenever everything is connected in the network, okay, whenever network is there in your organization, and if you want to increase your storage, network storage, you can increase very easily. Now it's very easy to choose your best, networking method, which type of networking method you want to use, like wireless, wired, okay, peer-to-peer, server and client. Okay, so we will see all these networking methods later on. Okay, here you can get like flexibility to access your data. So whenever like if there is no network in your organization and data is in your system which is inside in your organization, right, and you want to access from your home and there is no network, can you access? No, right? But if there is a network and your system is connected to network and you want to access your data, of course easily you can access it. Okay, cut cost on software and application, yes. No need to buy the application, no need to install the application locally to the system. If you want, you can share the application with the single server and all the users can directly access from the server. Okay, centralized network, yes. Centralized network means these are client system and there will be a single server and every client will access the data from a single server, right? And the clients will be managed by the single server, right? So those are centralized network. Now securing valuable information, right? You can secure the valuable information how? Like suppose if there is a single system, right, and the data is locally based on this system, so what you have to do, you have to put firewall, you have to put security on a single system, here also, here also, here also, right? So if you have 100 users in your organization, so you need 100 type of securing policies, right? But if there is a centralized network, what you will do, you will tell all these users, okay, no need to put the data on your single on your local system, please put all the data on the centralized server. Okay, and now you can secure single system instead of securing 100 systems, right? So these are some benefits of the networking. now Now networking is what? Networking also known as computer networking, right? It is the practice of transporting and exchanging data between nodes over a shared medium. Okay. So nodes means this is node. Okay. This mobile is node. Whatever end devices which is connected to network, those are nodes. Okay. Shared medium means what? Whenever you are connected to a network, that is shared medium, internet, that is shared medium. Okay, now understand, this is very much important. Okay, networking content, not only the design, it's not that you just connected and your networking is done, right? So networking related to security, related to maintenance, maybe. Like see, if I have a single server, right, and now you're thinking that okay, no problem, I have network, but if this server is down, maybe like just take an example like in Google organization, there is a single Google server and that server is down. So what is the need of networking? So networking means the maintenance, management, okay, infrastructure. Like see, what you have to do, you have to put two server. Okay, so here if this server will down, this server will come up. So in that you have to provide redundancy, load balancing. So everything will be covered later on, but you have to understand that networking is not only that you are connected and you have started sharing the data. Networking means everything should be proper design, constructed, proper maintenance should be there, proper load balancing should be there in your organization, proper redundancy should be there in your organization, proper policy should be applied in your organization. Okay, now types of networking. So whenever we are talking about networking, so there are some types. Like whenever we are talking about transportation, like I want to go from one place to another place, right? So there are many medium of transportation. Like I can go with bike, I can go with car, right? I can go with aeroplane, I can go with, guys, please mute yourself.
Seeing our future means investing in our children.
Okay. So now when we are talking about like networking, so I was talking about transportation medium, right? So in that transportation medium, what is there that you can choose what type of transportation medium you can choose for traveling, right? So in that networking also, depending on requirement, you can choose your network. Like, okay, if I have only two system in my company, right? I can choose that, okay, I can use PAN, right? Now, second, if I'm using like if I have like more than 100 system in my organization, I can choose LAN, right? Now, after that, I have multiple branches in my city, so I can use CAN kind of network. Like I have one branch in one place, another branch, same, within the city you can have multiple branches, right? Okay, so these are some common type of networks type. Okay, now, so PAN. So PAN is known as Personal Area Network. So what is Personal Area Network? So Personal Area Network related to your personal network within your house, within your small office. Okay, and this PAN is also known as hosted network. Okay, hosted network means you are the host and you have hosted a network to connect with your own personal devices. Like I have my laptop is connected to my printer, my laptop is connected to my own personal Wi-Fi system, my laptop is connected to my another device with the help of Bluetooth or infrared. Okay, so you are just connected to your own personal network and you are just communicating and sharing the data, right, within the own personal devices. Okay, now, so for connecting these personal devices, okay, uh, this is there. These are some cables. So whenever we are connecting to printer, right? So you can connect printer with the help of USB or FireWire cable, okay, or with the help of Bluetooth or with the help of infrared, okay, any device, or you can directly connect with cable also. Okay, so these are some wireless distance. So whenever we are talking about infrared support 4-meter distance, Bluetooth support 10-meter distance, and Wi-Fi supports 50-meter distance. Okay, see, normally they say that Wi-Fi supports around 100-meter depending on the wireless Wi-Fi router or Wi-Fi devices. Okay, but normally the normal devices that support up to 50-meter highest. Okay, so simple. Whenever we are talking about network, so I told you that network is what? So network is just for sharing the resources within the organization or outside the organization. So whenever we are talking about sharing, so sharing is network. Now, so type of network is what? So depending upon your infrastructure, depending upon your clients, depending upon your employees of your organization, you can choose which type of networking model you have to implement within the organization. So PAN, I said like maybe I'm using PAN in my house. I have my laptop, I have my printer, I have my uh, like tablet, and everything is connected to my system. So I'm using PAN because I'm just sharing my personal information with my personal device. Okay. PAN is not that here is my laptop and here is your laptop and with this two laptop is connected and we are sharing the data. That is not PAN. Okay. PAN is only related to your personal items, personal device. Okay, where, from where you are sharing the data. Okay, now, so implementing PAN network. Okay, so these are some commands which will help you to implement PAN network. Okay, so we will be implementing PAN networks while practicing time. Okay, but I can give you some example here for the PAN network. Okay, like simply what you can do. See, are you getting my desktop right now? See, whenever you will come here, see, expand. Okay, now you can see. Okay, now you can see here that mobile hotspot. So in current condition, it's very easy. You can just click on mobile hotspot. Okay, and you can come here to settings. Okay, go to settings, and you can easily come to Wi-Fi or add it here. You want to share your network or like internet from your system, like hotspot of your mobile, right? So you can use Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. So I'm using Wi-Fi, and you can click edit here, and you can write the password and everything here, and they will be start connecting it, right? Okay, or you can use command line which I have written here in my slide. Okay, so but we'll use this command also. No, don't worry. Okay, but while practicing time. Okay, second, after PAN, you will have LAN. Okay, so what is LAN? So LAN stands for local area network. In that, okay, like local area network is what? A devices or a networking devices are connected together with the short distance. Short distance means, like, take an example of office building. Okay, single office building. Okay, it's not that multiple office building where they are connected together and it's part of LAN. No, single office building. Okay, and all the systems within the buildings are connected together and they are sharing the data and they are communicating. That is part of LAN. And always keep in mind that LAN, okay, should be a part of single enterprise. Single enterprise means if it is AFRI cell. Okay, so all the systems which is a part of network and which is a part of single building. Okay, so that should be AFRI cell users. It's not that there are some shopping complex or there is some business complex. So in that business complex you will find multiple companies under single building, right? Okay, so it's not that one. Single office building, single administrative domain, single enterprise. Okay, and you can say LAN is an example of a single IP subnet. Okay, single IP subnet means what? Okay, let me come on this. Single IP subnet. Single IP subnet means if I am using IP like related to 192.168.10.0 subnet, so all users, what we are talking about LAN, so all users must be a part of same subnet. Okay, one second. Okay, guys. So we were talking about a single IP subnet. So LAN means what? LAN means your system which is connected inside your organization. Those system must be a part of single IP subnet. Now let me give you simple example. Like when I'm talking about your own personal house. Inside your personal house, your family members, okay, whatever members is there in the house or whatever host is there in your house, those all host is a part of your family, right? See that same like in LAN, all system must be a part of a single family, and single family means single IP subnet. So they can easily communicate together. When they are part of a different IP subnet within the LAN, means it's a wrong infrastructure. Yes, they can have different IP subnet within the organization, but not within the LAN. Okay. Now, in TCP/IP networking, a LAN is often always implemented as a single IP subnet. Okay. In addition to operate operating in a limited space, LAN are also typically owned by, control and managed with the single person organization, which I told you here. Like, okay. So whenever we are talking about LAN or something like that, so it is operated by single person or single organization. Single person, or it can have multiple or administrator. Single person means like administrator. It's not that multiple users are operating that LAN, okay, or administrating that LAN, okay, or okay. So LAN is always managed by administrator, and maybe administrator can, you can have multiple administrator, okay. Now WLAN, okay, it's not WAN, it's a wireless local area network. Okay, same whatever we have gone through LAN. Okay, so here also we are talking about LAN, but this is wireless LAN. Okay, now, so whenever we are talking about LAN, so it's a wireless LAN. So wireless LAN is what? A wireless LAN is also same like a local area network, which provide wireless network communication over short distance using radio or Wi-Fi signals instead of traditional network cabling. So whenever we are talking about LAN, so LAN is related to traditional network cabling, and WLAN is related to wireless network, where you have all the devices are connected to wireless network or wireless router. Okay. Now, but in the network, in this wireless network or wireless LAN, the network security is very much important part and important issue in the wireless LAN, right? Now let me give you example. If I have wired network, right? Do you think that outsider users can try to connect to my switch? Outsider users, when I'm talking about wired network, no. Why? Because outsider users cannot come to my inside my company, and they cannot come to my server room, okay, and they cannot come with the cable and they can connect, okay. So those things are very difficult, right? But whenever we are talking about wireless LAN, if I'm standing outside your company is in, no problem, this is your company, but I'm standing here on the road, you will see I'll be able to access your Wi-Fi signals, right? But if I'm a good hacker, I can try to penetrate, I can try to crack, and I can try to enter in your organization, right? Are you understanding? So whenever we are talking about wireless network, so wireless network is uh, like little bit unsecure than wired network, right? But wireless network will provide more flexibility than wired network. That's why many companies use the combination of both network. Okay, so advantage and disadvantage we have already spoken here. Okay. Now CAN. CAN is known as campus area network. So in this, what we will know what is CAN. Okay. Suppose I have multiple organization within the city. Okay, so maybe this is my city. Okay, within this city, okay, sorry, CAN is what? It's a campus area network, and this campus area network will be like, see, earlier we were talking about LAN. So LAN is what? It's a single building. So LAN is a single building, but maybe I'm talking about like one kind of college campus. So inside college campus, they can have multiple buildings, and they all are part of single college enterprise, right? So maybe this is science department, maybe this is account department, this is like research and development department. Okay, so now a CAN is also known as corporate area network. Corporate area network means CAN is what? It's a corporation, right? So corporate network means organization which has a very big infrastructure, very big enterprise. Okay, so you can say it's a corporate network. Okay, so campus example is that very simple, that I have a company. Okay, that company can have multiple offices within the campus, or multiple building within the campus. Example is like college campus, enterprise campus, office building, military base, hospital, okay, or industrial complex. Okay, see, it's very simple. When I have a single building, that is LAN, but when I have multiple building within the campus, that is CAN. Very simple. Or you can say the large infrastructure of LAN is known as CAN. Okay. Now, what is MAN? MAN is known as Metropolitan Area Network. In this, what it's the same. It's the same LAN. But what is that? See, this is my LAN, single building. Okay. Combination of LAN is known as CAN. Okay. And combination of CAN within the city is known as MAN. Okay. So whenever you have multiple branch, okay, or multiple campus within the city, okay, is known as MAN. Okay, but all is network. These all are just a type of that. Now, what is WAN? Wide area network. So wide area network is what? So whenever you any network which has large physical distance covering capacity, okay, or which has been spanned to communicate from one network to another network, or one city to another city, one country to another country, okay, those all comes under WAN. Okay, so WAN is mostly internet communication, the communication between two different LAN, two different companies, two different city, two different state, country, or two different IP subnet is also known as WAN. So whenever we are talking about WAN, so router play very important role in WAN. But whenever we are talking about these LAN, MAN, CAN or something like that, so switch play very important role in that. But whenever we are talking about WAN, in this router play important roles for communication. So without router, okay, you cannot communicate from one network to another network. Okay. And always keep in mind, if someone is saying without router you cannot communicate from one network to another network, right? Okay, so this is wrong. Okay, you can say without layer 3 device you cannot communicate from one network to another network. See, whenever you are more technical, you can speak more technical words like without layer 3 device you cannot communicate from one network to another network. Okay, but router what, like switch, right? Switch is what, layer 2, right? But there is switch which is layer 3 switch also. So you can make this layer 3 as a router and you can start using as a router. Your firewall can also act as a router. So I cannot say only, or you cannot say that okay, router is helping you to, only router is helping you to communicate from one network to another. Yes, router also do the same work, but whenever you are saying that okay, layer 3 device will help you to communicate from one network to another network, or without layer 3 device you cannot talk about WAN, that is correct word. Okay, now enterprise network models. So whenever we are talking about enterprise network model means, So those all enterprise network models are divided or defined under three category. One is intranet, second one is extranet, and third one is internet. Intranet is what? Whenever you are communicating or within the organization with your organization members within the single organization, okay, that is known as intranet. Okay, but whenever you are talking about extranet means you are talking within the organization, okay, and also you are communicating to internet, okay, that is known as extranet. And internet, you know, it's a global communication. Okay, so intranet within the organization communication, extranet means you are communicating inside or your organization as well as outside. Okay, whenever you're crossing your enterprise boundaries for communicating outside, that is known as extranet. Now, LAN computer networking model. See, there are two type of communication within the organization. One is peer-to-peer and second one is client and server networking model. So peer-to-peer is that I can give you example that a company with very limited resource, like a company just connected with like supermarket kind of thing. Supermarket or a small organization cannot have servers, right? So they just have one computer, two computer, and they are just connected and they are just sharing the resources. There is no server kind of thing. Okay, so maybe so peer-to-peer networking, you can just say that it is only used for sharing the resources, but not for managing and controlling. Okay, but client and server networking model is used for managing, maintaining, updating, controlling. Everything is managed by this server. Whenever we are talking about domain network, right? So this user, when this user want to log in, he has to come here to send the request to server. Server will authenticate this user and then this user can access this desktop and he can start working on that. But whenever we are talking about peer-to-peer network, in that every system has their own local user database, but here you can have centralized user database. Okay, same whatever we have given the example, it is here. You can also go through it, client and server versus peer-to-peer networking models. Okay, now Soho networking design. Soho networking design is what? See, Soho networking design is what? Soho means small office, home office. In that, like suppose you can have wireless router, okay, not proper router what we are going to learn. Wireless router, that is normal wireless router, you can say. Normally sometime we say as a home router, okay, home wireless router. So this home wireless router is connected to ISP, simple. After that, this wireless router maybe like your PCs are directly connected with, okay, your PC, your laptop, your mobile is directly connected, right? But whenever this is home network, because in your home network you cannot have after wireless network, wireless router, you cannot have switch. But when we are talking about small office, right, small office, so a small office can have after wireless router, they can have switch. Why? Because they can have multiple desktops, and desktop do not support wireless, right? So they can have wire network, so they can connect some desktop printer like that, right? Okay, they can have another wireless router, that those known as access point, when they want to expand their network. Okay, so we will come to know about these designs. We will implement as well. Don't worry. So we are just going through. Without theory, you cannot have practical, right? So if you are thinking that okay, why there is no practical right now? So this is the first class. If you are thinking that okay, if I will open, maybe you are beginner, I will start configuring router. You will not know how. So before configuring the device, you should know that okay, this is wireless router, this is switch, this is PC. Okay, so these are normal basic theory. You have to go through it. Now, enterprise network. See, what is the difference between your small office or home network, and what is the difference between enterprise network? See, in your home network you cannot have firewall, but in enterprise you must have firewall, right? So ISP here, your organization firewall is connected to ISP. After that, you can have your wireless router. After that, you have switches. Some users are connected with the Wi-Fi. Some users are connected with wired network. After that, you have access point, right? But in your home network, you cannot have access point, right? Because access, why we need access point? We need access point to expand the network, right? So your house is not longer than 50 meter or 100 meter, right? So whenever you have, like, whenever you are talking about hotel, when they have multiple floors, in that condition you can have access point, right? So enterprise network, you can see there is a difference. In the enterprise network you need security, you need to expand your network. Okay, now example of network. So these are some examples, what we will be working as a practical, but not now. You will see when we will work on this. See, here I have given the note. Note, all the configuration labs will be done after IP address class. So whenever I'm talking about, okay, let's configure this computer, let's configure this router, and you don't know IP address. Okay. So after IP address class, we will work on labs. Okay. Now, so which kind of basic lab we will be working in our first practical class, like explain how to configure a small lab in Packet Tracer or GNS3. Okay. Connect few computers and explain what are the requirements of a network computer if they want to communicate with other hosts or networking device within the LAN, or how we can share the resources from one computer to another computer. Also share a brief idea on IP subnet, right? So this will be covered in IP address class. Explain what is the importance of sharing of resources in the LAN for any enterprise network. Okay, so of course we should know what is the benefit, and we have already gone through it. Now, explain the requirements to manage another computer in the network remotely. So whenever we are talking about managing another computer in the network, so for managing that, those networks, okay, where is that? Okay, so for managing another computer in the LAN remotely is like remote desktop, telnet, and SSH. So these all labs will be done after IP address class. Okay. Okay, now fifth lab is like explain how to share the resource of one computer in the LAN and access over the network. Okay, like file sharing, folder sharing, like that. Okay. Now, so in lab one, when we are talking about resource access process in computer network. So what are the requirement of LAN computer for communication, right? So whenever we want that, okay, computer should communicate, or my computer should communicate to another computer, right? Now, network cable. So if I do not have cable, I cannot connect to another device, right? Okay, depending on the infrastructure, I should choose which type of cable I want. I need cross cable, or do I need straight cable? When I'm If my system is connecting to another system directly, in that case I need cross cable. When your system is connecting directly to switch, in that you need a straight cable. Okay. Now, or if your device is supporting wireless access point, Wi-Fi, so it is connected to wireless access point. Okay, your system must be connected to same IP network subnet. Okay, like if I'm using, my IP is 10 10 20 10, right? So another user must belongs to same network, otherwise you cannot communicate. You need switch when we are talking about LAN network, or you can have hub, but we are not using. Here also I have written here, note all the configuration lab will be done after IP address class. Okay, simple networking design. It's, see, this is just a switch and some PCs are connected here. Okay, so in that we have computer, we have switch, we have cable. This is cable, but which type of cable is this? Is it a cross cable or a straight cable? So I told you, when PC and PC is directly connecting, in that we are using cross cable. Okay, but when PC is directly connecting to switch, in that we are using a straight cable. Okay, and IP address, so we have to configure IP address. Now, so which type of IP address we configure in the organization? Static IP address configuration or dynamic? So if you are using a small organization, no problem. Like I have only 6 computer. In that condition, I can have static IP address. But when I have 100 and 1000 computers in my organization, in that case, I will use DHCP, dynamic IP address. So here I will put one server, and I will make this server as a DHCP server, and then this DHCP server will provide the IP address to the client computers. Okay, so these are simple networking design. All we will be working after this IP address class. So don't worry. Okay. Here I told you manage another computer in the LAN remotely. So whenever we are talking about managing the another computer within the organization or outside the organization, we can use these type of tools. Okay. Here I will add some other also, like HTTP and HTTPS. Okay. So we are done with this today's class. Okay, now